This video was originally shown on Twitch Gamertag or Twitch. Be sure to follow for comic book reading weekdays and first and last Saturdays and gameplay every Sunday. Now onto the video.
I just need to share this with others. Okay, why is it not showing? Okay, come on. Can't see the freaking video. I'm right on my phone. About to do the comic reading, but I'm like, I just got to. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm curious what it shows. Okay, so I'm just gonna share this on social media. Marvel, come on. Come on, Marvel. There it goes. Marvel. Reading. Alright. So, we're going to be getting shortly with comic reading. I just need to finish sharing the video to some people. And come on, be sent. There we go. Alright. That's been sent. Alright, so we'll start with comic book reading. Hopefully more people will join. Come on. There we go. And like this will be the new format I go through from now on. It's gonna show like how many viewers I have and all that stuff, which this looks really cool. So I'm gonna be reading The Amazing Spider-Man issue 17, guest starring the Human Torch, the return of the Green Goblin, and what a return it is. The Return of the Green Goblin, regularly written by Stan Lee, robustically drawn by Steve Ditko, recently lettered by S. Rosen. Oh wait, I forgot to set the timer. So I set the timer for 1 hour. Look, bookworm. Parker, the way he's glued to that Kim book, you'd think he was reading the latest James Bond mystery. It's been months since I had the battle with the Green Goblin. I wonder what became of him. Why hasn't he been heard from since? See me after class, kids. All Flash has some big news for you. Stan and Steve do it again. Be sure to read this yarn carefully, for it's certain to be discussed and argued about by Spidey fans throughout the free world for a long time to come. In another part of the city, at the same time, Peter Parker sits in his science classroom, the very own he is thinking of, and also thinking of him, or to put it more correctly, of Spider-Man. The next time I battle Spider-Man, I'll have new weapons to defeat him with. Now I'm only practicing with a dummy target, but I can't wait until I get my chance to use my little bag of tricks on the real Spider-Man. With all the practicing I've done, should be able to vanquish him just as easily as I've beaten him his lifeless replica. I've even redesigned my jet-powered Goblin glider, making it still faster and more maneuverable. Ah, yes. When next we meet Spider-Man, we'll find that the mysterious Green Goblin is more than a match for him and his puny powers. I waited all these months to give myself enough time to prepare for the next encounter, and at last the Goblin is ready. Now that all that remains for me to do is find Spider-Man. A short time later, after class, Midtown High, at Midtown High. All the kids are gathered around Flash. I wonder what's going on. Tell us about it, Flash. What's the big news? I'm starting a new club, and you're all invited to join. What kind of club? Might as well see what it's all about. It's a Spider-Man fan club, Forest Hills chapter, and I'm the president. Next, here comes Puny Parker. Naturally, it sounds groovy. Hello, Peter. Have you heard about the club Flash is forming? Why, no, I haven't. Forget it, Liz. Parker wouldn't be interested in don't let us keep you from where you're going, useless. Don't worry, Flash. I can always think of something better to do than talk to you. Flash Thompson, that was the cruelest thing I've ever seen you do. Why won't you let Peter Parker join the Spider-Man fan club? Who needs that creep? Why, anyway, he doesn't even like Spider-Man. You know him. He's not interested in anything unless it's strictly from Doleville. Imagine if he ever saw Spider-Man, he'd probably faint. You said a mouthful, Flash. Anyway, forget about Puny Parker. I've got big plans for my Spider-Man fan club. It's going to be the greatest fan club in town, because Spider-Man's the greatest guy in town. And I'm going to find some way to get Peter Parker into that club. What's she going to do? A few minutes later, Pete walks home. What's everyone staring at? Up on the roof. Looks like trouble. Look, they're running into a waiting helicopter. I never saw anything like it. Men in costumes racing into the hovering whirlybird. Whatever they're doing, they're up to no good. They've got a real head start, but with a little luck of Spider-Man ought to be able to catch them before they can reach out and get out of reach. Here goes nothing. Whee! Look, Ma, no hands. Maybe I'm just a corny show-off, but it sure feels great to get into action again. I wonder if Flash Thompson is watching. Wouldn't be something if he ever found out who I really am. One good thing about being Spider-Man, it keeps a growing boy like me out in the fresh air. Hey, what? Get him out of here. That's fine attitude after I knock myself out to pay you this little visit. Where do you come from? How'd you get here? I hate to seem antisocial, but I'll ask the questions. The first one is, what made you think you could get away with a caper like this? Look, you've got it all wrong. You don't understand. Cut! Cut, stop the cameras. The whole scene is ruined. One on account of that nuts Spider-Man. He probably didn't know this was just a scene from a movie. Minutes later, after Spidey realizes the truth. I'm sorry. I spoiled your scene. Guess I was over eager. Sorry, you web swinging lame brain. You ought to get keep you. They ought to keep you in a cage. Did you hear what happened to Spider-Man? Some sensational superhero he is. I wonder how he finds his way home at night. Very funny. Ho ho ho. If you ask me, that Spider-Man is getting too big for his britches. So who asked her? Boy, it doesn't matter how many great things a fella might do. Make one little mistake and they never forget it. Ain't that the truth? As as you'd expect, when Peter reaches the newspaper office of J. Jonah Jameson, he finds this is the best news I've ever heard in months. Spider-Man made a laughing stock of himself. Everyone's talking about him. Boneless mistake. Oh, hello, Peter. Is everything okay? Why the frown? I don't know. I guess I'm just got a headache. Well, well, Peter Parker and my demon phonographer. I feel so good. I'm even glad to see you. I'll be right with you as soon as I finish writing this anti-Spider-Man editorial for the next edition. That's okay, Mr. Jameson. I just came by to walk Betty home. I'm ready to leave now, Peter. You know, Peter, I wish Mr. Jameson didn't hate Spider-Man so. Roy, what difference does it make to you, Betty? Gosh, I hope she's not beginning to suspect who Spidey really is. Have you forgotten, Peter? Spider-Man saved my life 3 times in the past. Phew, so that's all she meant. What a relief now. And now, oh no, go up ahead, just my luck. But yeah, I just remembered something. I forgot to tell Miss Jameson. Go back for a minute and, Peter, what on earth is going on? Is someone calling you? Petey? Petey, it's me, Liz. Come here. I have something to show you. Does that square have to pop up everywhere we go? Gosh, I'm sorry, Betty. I know how you feel about Liz. I hope we could get away from from before she saw us. Oh, stop the act, Petey. You're not impressing me one bit. Hmm, putting on some weight, aren't you, Miss Brant? Here, Petey, I want you to read this. Oh, when she calls me Miss Brant, I feel 100 years old. It's about the Spider-Man fan club. Big deal. Parker can read. Gosh, you actually put an ad in the paper announcing your fan club meeting. But what's this? You're having your meeting at a real diner club, and Spider-Man will be there. My father is letting us use the Avenue Diner Club. He owns it, and he paid for the ad in the paper too. He's always been a Spider-Man fan. That blonde boy stealer wants the world to know how rich he is. But how do you know Spider-Man will be there? Because he's not a crumb like some guys I know. He's the greatest guy in the world, and he's all heart. He performed at the circus for charity last month. He won't let his loyal fans down. How can I ever be mad at a fellow who feels that way about good old Spidey, even though he hates Peter Parker? So when he sees that notice in the paper, he'll be there. Something tells me you're right, Flash. Now you can be sure to come, Petey. I know Miss Brant can't come because her boss Jonah Jameson might not like it. Where I go on my own time is my business, Miss Allen. Hold on, Liz. This is my fan club. I didn't invite Peter Parker to come. Oh, my person's tingling. That means danger is near. What can it be? I don't recognize anybody in this crowd. Uh-oh. It's the Green Goblin. That's who he's recognizing with his spider sense. But why should Peter recognize the one dangerous man in the crowd that he's never seen him without his Green Goblin mask before. A meeting of Spider-Man fan club, eh? Very interesting. Flash Thompson's useless Petey is invited to the meeting. I'll tell my father not to let you use this diner club for the affair. How can you do this to me? Very easily. I've got to get home now, Peter. Huh? Oh, sure. I'll walk you, Betty. Oh, if only I knew who just passed by. Well, goodness, Betty, I'll be seeing you. He doesn't even ask me to see Spider-Man at the fan club meeting with him. I can't ask Betty to come to the meeting with me because I've got to attend as Spider-Man. Hope she doesn't feel hurt. Seconds later, at last, I couldn't wait to change to Spidey to find that the one who roused my spider sense. But as the long minutes tick by, it seems hopeless. I can't go around frightening innocent people. Maybe I'm just getting jumpy. I'm beginning to imagine that everyone I see looks suspicious. I can't afford to make any more blunders. After spoiling that movie scene yesterday, oh well, I might as well change back to Peter Parker. If there is a danger to be somewhere in the area, I'll learn about it sooner or later. But no sooner does Amazing Teenager revert to his normal identity than crack. Help, please, stop thief! A shot from around the corner. I better take a look into it. It's the man I saw in the street before with a gun. He was a crook. Should I tackle him as Peter Parker or hide somewhere and change for again? But as the hesitant youth ponders his course of action, a flaming fireball streaks down from the above, melting the startled fugitive's gun. What? It's the Human Torch. He beat me to the punch. There he is. Much obliged, Torch. Good thing I was passing by. Nice work, Torch. You saved us a possible gunfight. That was a wonderful bit of marksmanship, son. You destroyed his gun without injuring his hand. You're a real hero. All in a day's work, gents. Nobody ever makes that much fuss over Spider-Man. Can I have your autograph, Torch? And I'd like one for my son, if you don't mind. Sure, why not? Right, love with love on mine. Sigh. Maybe I just don't live right. I better shove him before he gets elected president. Hold it, fella. I noticed you hanging around. In case you're too shy, that's me. Here's my autograph. Anyway, don't bother thanking me. I'm just all heart. What am I supposed to do? Sleep with it under my pillow? I'll show off. Boy, this is my lucky day. Hey, did you get his autograph too? I might as well have some fun with this kid. No, this is Spider-Man's. Would you like to swap? What do you think? Am I a nut? Oh, you can't win them all. Alright, how much? We're almost like halfway finished reading this. The next day at J. Jonah Jameson's office. Miss Brandt, I don't like this ad which Spider-Man's fan club put in my paper. Why not, Mr. Jameson? If the club's a success, that web-swinging clown could become as popular as the Beatles. Tell Parker to be at that meeting with his camera. We'll join him there. I'll find some way to put a dumpster damper on that club. Meanwhile, at home, Peter Parker is having his problems too. Good news, Peter. I've arranged a date for you tonight with Mary Jane Watson, our neighbor's niece. But May, I've never seen her, and I've got a girlfriend. I don't want to be on a blind date. Nonsense, dear. I know what's best for you. She's a very sweet girl. Miss Watson says so. I think I've got to think fast. Ah, I know. Gosh, Aunt May, it's impossible tonight. I'm going to meet a meeting of the Spider-Man fan club. She wouldn't be interested in that. Why, that's just perfect, dear. Mary Jane's tells me she just loves Spider-Man. Although, personally, I can't see why then it's all set. How can I go as Spider-Man if I was stuck with a blind date? This is awful. Ring. Hello, oh Miss Watson. What? Mary Jane has a bad cold and can't go out tonight. Tisk tisk. Peter will be so disappointed. Phew, I'm saved. That's right. I'm all broken up about it, Aunt May. What's that? Is it? If Peter's so disappointed, she might try dressing warm and taking some pills. No, it's too dangerous. She might get the flu or worse. I wouldn't think of it. No. Isn't that sweet of Peter, Miss Watson? He's so concerned about dear Mary Jane. That's right. I'm worried, sick. Well, I've got to go now. See you later. Bye. Later at the club, at the grand ballroom of Avenue Diner Club. It was so nice of you to lend us your club for the Spider-Man fans meeting place, Dad. We sure appreciate it, Mr. Brandt. It's a pleasure. Besides, I'm not completely unselfish. If there's a big turnout, it'll be good publicity for my club, and that means a big boost of business later. The fans should start arriving soon, so you think Spider-Man will really show up in person? We hope so. He's sure to have seen the notice in the paper. Yep. And a short time later, wow, what a turnout! Half of Forest Hill must be here, but where's Spidey? I don't know. Just keep your fingers crossed, Charlie. I wonder why Peter hasn't shown up yet. After all the trouble I went to. While on the rooftop nearby, this is my big chance. If I make a good impression in there, maybe people will stop distrusting me and start liking me the way they like the torch. I feel like a nervous actor on opening night. And Spidey might be still more nervous if he could see the strange figure across town who is silently speeding towards the same destination. Won't Spider-Man be surprised to see the Green Goblin among his many fans? But as the crowd impatiently waits for the herald appearance of the teenage adventurer, we find that there are other families, familiar faces among those assembled. Now remember, you promised Johnny Storm you're just here to see Spider-Man, not to compete with him. Don't worry, Dory. The only flame tonight will be the one in my heart burning for you. I don't think you can sweet talk out of your promise either. Why isn't Parker here, Miss Brandt? Didn't you give him my message? No, Mr. Jameson. I couldn't. He wasn't in when I called. Because I waited till I knew he'd be out. I'm glad. I'm glad Peter isn't here. That blonde bandit, Liz Allen, is waiting for him like a hawk. Say, Flash, what'll happen if Spidey doesn't show up? Bite your tongue, Seymour. He's got to be here. Then suddenly, unexpectedly, dramatically, look, the spider signal. He's here. There he is. Yay! Greetings, web swingers. Here's your all friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. But from a dark corner of the backstage, an electronically charged toy frog is propelled towards Spidey's swinging web. At last, my moment has come. And the strange device strikes the gossamer thin line and severs it completely. Something happened, my web line, but how? What happened? Spider-Man's web snapped as he's falling, but that's never happened to him before. I can't look. It'll be more than a minor accident to stop me. I've got to make it look like I was part of the act. Oh, did you see that? The way he flipped to a safe landing? What a stunt! More! See, I knew he'd show up. What a great guy! Yay, Spidey! As far as I'm concerned, this is everything in a flop. Petey still isn't here. That was no act. Someone tried to hurt Spider-Man. Don't like that. Look in your eye. Then, at the very moment, the Green Goblin makes his unexpected appearance. Holy smoke! The Green Goblin! Now I'm in for it. Now, Spider-Man, really give them a show. I've got to make this still seem like just an act. The audience panic. Some of them could be hurt in the rush. I've got a whole bag of surprises for you, my friend. And here's the first one. How my goblin sparks starts doing as soon as I press a button on my belt. See how pretty they look glimmering in the air? Would you like a closer look at them? I'll be glad to oblige. They look pretty, all right, pretty dangerous. I better swing out of the way. Hey, what an act! Give us more. So far so good. As long as they don't suspect this is for real. But I can't keep this up forever. I've got to think of some way to beat the Goblin without involving the audience. Bah, the fans are eating this up. If only I could dream up some way to spoil this corny show of his. I'm so glad that Peter isn't here. Perhaps he doesn't like Liz Allen as much as I feared he did. You've done well so far, Spider-Man, but I have lots more surprises for you, like this one. And we're trying to activate a mechanical bat. It's circling me, emitting thick black smoke to blind me. But my spider sense tells me there's a new danger hidden by the smoke. I've got to avoid it at all costs. It's coming towards me. A low yield explosive, only one thing to do. Just made it. Now, are you convinced that I tell you this place is the greatest? It is a thrilling act, Johnny. What's wrong? Plenty. If my hunch is right, that's no act. Yay, Spidey! Now's my chance. One leap and I'll grab him. I expected that. How does it feel to fight a foe who's as fast as you, Rotten? But I won't tell him. You'd save a lot of energy if you had a little goblin glider like me. Where do you get it, Gobby? Your local Hertz rental glider? Attaboy, Spidey, you're doing great. What an act. Wonder why Peter Parker is never around when Spider-Man's at Peter's. I've never seen them at the same time. Oh, I heard that Liz is getting suspicious. Of course, the place is very crowded. Perhaps he's here, and I can't see him. I've got to think of something to keep her from getting too close to the truth. But what? Well, the first thing I've got to do is put the goblin out of action. I'll let him think he's got me on the run. Stay where Stay where you are, Spider-Man. I want to remember you that way. You're okay as a big bad villain, but you'd never make it with the Dodgers, pal. I've got to make him make come closer to me. I can't keep missing you all the time. Blast it. That's what they all say until I lower the broom. There, I've got him in position. Now to move fast. But at the very moment, the sharp-eyed Johnny Storm notices the dangerous glint of three gun barrels in the balcony above. Darling, wait. We've got to leave you in a few minutes. Gotta leave for you in a few minutes. Johnny Storm, you promised me you wouldn't try to get into the act. If you don't sit down, I can't. This looks serious. Stay back. Come on, guys. Now's our chance to break into the cashier's safe uh, while everyone's watching those clowns down below. I'd like to finish off that crummy Spider-Man first. Spider-Man's a dramatic. Suddenly, a dramatic cry rings out of a flaming finger blazing upward. Flame on, Dobby! Will be mad at me as a hornet, but I've got to do this. Look, it's the Human Torch. While streaking towards the three gunmen, the torch unmerely blazes towards Spider-Man's webbing, pointing out our hero's plan to trap the Goblin. Gangway, webhead. That was a close one. He almost had me. The torch, he spoiled everything. Who invited the human matchstick to butt in? Get lost, Torch. This is a private party. Calm down, Flash. Are you trying to spoil all the fun? Yay, Torch. Give it to them, you old fire eater. Torch barred this. Let's get out of here. That does it. I'm taking the pledge. I'm going straight. Not realizing why the Human Torch has entered the scene, the Green Goblin angrily turns his attention towards the fiery newcomer. The Human Torch, eh? Well, I'll teach you to interfere with my batters. Spider-Man's gone. I wonder where. For the answer to the Torch's unspoken question, let's turn our attention to a youth who breathlessly races towards the audience. So far, so good. Now to put on a brief appearance as Peter Parker. Hi, Liz. I thought I saw you from across the room. Oh, Petey, then you were here. I'm so glad. First, that pesky Torch. Now, Peter Parker. This place is filled with a bunch of deadheads. Petey, I'm sure you can talk Flash into letting you join his Spider-Man fan club. Oh, come on, Liz. If we accepted him, we'd have to accept anybody. Forget it, kids. I may start my own club for the Green Goblin. Ugh. That creep is as funny as a second-hand crutch. You're such a cute sense of humor, Petey. But how did your hair get so messed? It's pretty windy on the other side of the room. Now that I've shown myself, I've got to get back to the goblin fast. But yikes! Look who's here. Look, Peter did come after all. But where's his camera? Peter, with Liz, she's running her fingers through his hair. Oh no! You look pale, Petey. Is something wrong? Boy, is that the understatement of the year. Meanwhile, high above everyone's heads, the show goes on. I've got to get rid of the torch quickly so I can turn my attention to Spider-Man. The little goblin surprised out to do the trick. Whatever he tossed at me, it formed an airtight cloud seal, cutting off my air. It'll put my flame out unless I increase my flame to near nova intensity, but that might cause a fire in here, injuring innocent people. He's tossing more. I've got to do something before I'm completely without oxygen. And down below, can't delay any longer. I've got to get back to the goblin. He didn't invite me, but I find him here with Liz. How could he do this to me? Just then the battle wise torch gets an idea. Even though I don't dare use my near nova heat on the entire body, it might be safe to try it on my head. There, it's working. It's drawing off the thick mist. And now, brother goblin, oh, can't breathe. That dense smoke. Ha! I neglect to warn you. Torch, the exhaust from my bat glider makes a most effective preservative against pursuit. And now all I need to do is double back and put you out of action with one of my potent little stun bombs. And then among the odds showing sparkling realization begins to take root. Whoa, the torch just saves himself in time. Maybe I'm nuts, but I'm telling you, this is no act. You're right, I've been thinking the same thing. You mean this is for real? Looks funny his back. Did he miss me, Gobbly? Wonder where he was. Not as much as the world will soon miss you. Confound it, don't move so fast. But I have to move fast. I don't want you to get bored and fall asleep on me. Ah, but the Green Goblin can move fast too. You don't expect my glider to make such a sudden drop, did you? A lot of good that'll do you. You've sniffed at my powers for the last time, Spider-Man. Don't bet on it. You messed me again. I've got I've got him on the run now. I'll swing up again and put him away for keeps. Hello, what? Yes, I think Peter Parker is here. Why? His aunt's suffered another heart attack. Asking for him in the hospital. I'll see if I can find him. I'm in the hospital asking for me. I've got to go to her right away. That church will be able to handle the Green Goblin. I can't afford to waste a second. Look, Spider-Man's running away. I can't believe it. He must have turned yellow. Ooh, this is like some crummy hero he is, running out of a fight. Oh, looks like we got something. Thanks for a first time viewer. Oh, gotta be careful. Looks like it dropped a little. So it's at 40. So if we can make it. Let's just try and finish this. Some crummy hero he is, running out of a fight. The Green Goblin must have been too much for him. Boo! Spider-Man! I don't know why Spidey skipped out, but someone's got to stop the Goblin. This is better than I dared hope for. I can just see tomorrow's headline. Spider-Man turns chicken. I've no reason to fight you, Torch. I'll just handle him off till I can escape. Now what's he up to? He's tossing a miniature pumpkin at me. Well, I'll just match it with a spinning fireball. Ugh, what? That must have been what he wanted, all those bright sparks I can't see. I did it. I managed to reach the outside before his vision could return. My battle was a complete success, and next time I fight Spider-Man, I'll leave him no avenue of retreat. It'll be the finish. But the last Spider-Man of Green Goblin is the last thing in Spider-Man's mind. Poor Aunt May. I've got to reach the hospital fast. I pray that I'm not too late. So we got 2 more pages left of this comic book. And as the crowd turns out in the Avenue Dinner Club, Johnny, I'm not angry anymore. I'm proud of you. I realize that now that you were needed as the Human Torch. Thanks, Dory. But I can't understand Spider-Man. What could have made him turn tail and run off the way he did? Underneath that silly old feud of yours, you really like Spider-Man, don't you, Johnny? Yes, I guess I do, Dory. Or anyway, I did. Miss Brand, call the papers. Call the paper. Tell them I'm on my way over. We're putting out an extra. I'll tell the whole world what a coward Spider-Man really turned out to be. Yes, Mr. Jamison. I feel like telling the world that a fool I am for thinking Peter Parker could care about me. I'll never trust him ever again. Peter Parker, gosh, he must be Ghost now. Must be part Ghost. Now where did he disappear to? Hey, wait, big fellas, don't go yet. We have to wait. Vote for officers for our Spider-Man fan club. Forget it, Flash. After we just saw, Spider-Man can go jump in the lake. Come on, get out of here. Come on, let's get out of here. What's the matter with all you? Are you just a bunch of fair weather friends? Spider-Man must have had a reason for what he did. Okay, go ahead and walk out. Who needs you? I'm staying. I'm not a deserter. All Spidey still has one fan anyway. No, that's the angle. That's what's the angle. Flash, is he a relative of yours? No, he's just a relatable. He's not a relative. He's just the greatest guy in the world, and you'll all admit it someday. Just wait and see. And while Flash Thompson royally defends his teenage idol, Peter Parker breathlessly approaches the hospital. Just a little bit further, throwing caution to the wind. He uses his web slinging to the ground, even though he's not in costume. I don't dare who sees me. I've got to reach Aunt May, but luckily the street is deserted at the moment. And not long afterwards, your aunt is a very sick woman, Peter, and now they're here to see. She seems to have more will to live. Stop the presses. Mr. Jameson is putting out an experiment exposure extra. Slowly, the long hours drag as Peter Parker keeps his vigil until poor Aunt May. All she ever wanted was the best for me, and I never spent enough time with her or tried to do enough for her. The crisis is over, son. You may see your aunt now. Peter, dear Peter, don't talk, Aunt May. You've got to rest. Gain your strength back. Don't worry about anything. Just get well. You've got to get well. Finally, well, visiting hours has ended. Peter Ruri walks home. He hears, "How about that? The Buckle calls Spider-Man a coward right on the front page." My son was at the fan club and said Spider-Man ran off like a scared rabbit. Sure, he's probably nothing but a phony. It seems what a big publicity build-up will do for a guy. Looks like I've become public kill number one, practically overnight. Betty is hurt because she thinks I went to the club to live Liz instead of her. Everyone thinks I'm yellow, and I've probably lost my fans. I might have had. On top of that, all the Green Goblin is free again and may strike at any time. And the one person who's been kinder to me than anyone else in my whole life is in the hospital now, and there's nothing I can do to help her. Good a lot it does to me to be Spider-Man. Sometimes I wish I had never heard that name. Why don't things ever seem to turn out right for me? Why do I seem to hurt people no matter how I try not to? Is this the price I must always pay for being Spider-Man? And so our tale leaves us the world's most human and most misunderstood superhero. But if you think life is complicated now, just wait till you see the hard and captor's fate deals him next issue. We promise you a tale you will not soon forget. All right. All right. So now I'm going to read The Emperor and I, chapters 10 and 11. Actually, chapters 10, 10.5, and chapter 11, and 11.5. So we got like 4 chapters I'm reading. So we may not get to read Ruri plus Dragon chapter 2. Oh wait, actually chapter 3. So I'm gonna download it. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna start reading chapter 10 of The Emperor and I, chapter 10. Emperor's sleeping habit. I'm thirsty. Thump thump thump. Where his head? Where's his head? Oh, he is sleeping with his neck turned to the back. What a strange way to sleep. Won't that hurt your neck? Are you alive? The next night, you're going to sleep. You're going to sleep here tonight. Good night. Totally still. Peak. Unconscious privilege. Chirp chirp. Gone. I couldn't get a wink of sleep because of Emperor. Kaho, check out my picture from the other day. Headless penguin. Badoom. There's there done that. Been there, done that. Do you know the way he? Did you know that they sleep like this? What? Uh, did I gain some chub? That can't be. I ride my bike 40 minutes to and from school. Nice and plump. Look at you. You're supposed to be fat. Am I envious of a penguin? I'm gonna do a sit up. I'm gonna do sit ups. What's with the sit ups all of a sudden? I'm on a diet. But you're not fat. Well, whenever you want, you sure do eat a lot. Scrunch, scrunch, flop. Watching Emperor makes this seems pointless. Waddle, waddle. Ugh. Whatever. And thus ends my short-lived diet. Chapter 10.5. Zoo. Memories with Koho. Are they? There are penguins up ahead. Penguins. Come on, let's hurry. No, running. Whoa, whoa! They swim so fast. I want a pet penguin. You can't keep it penguin as a pet as pets? What? I think it'd be fun to have one. Even if it be fun, you still can't have one. I will too. That's what you said when we were kids. Do you remember that? What? I don't remember that at all. I do remember us all going to the zoo though. If that's just the way you are, I guess. I want to tell you my past self that my dream did come true. Haha. Like in a big way. And that's all there was. Time for chapter 11. Dive to Blue. The Emperor and I, chapter 11. The Emperor and the Bath. You wanted to give Emperor a cold bath? Yep. I want him to be able to get in the water instead of just using the shower. Is it okay to use the tub? Well, I guess so. I'm going out a bit. What? You're going out to watch? Fine. Shh. Is that enough water? How do I get him in? It's too high for him to get in by himself. Ugh, so heavy. Ding dong. Hey, we've got so many vegetables, so thanks. Great time to come in, huh? Hey, long time no see. I want to give him a cold bath, but I can't lift him by myself. Can you help me? I guess. Is this some? Is this just plain water? Huh? Yeah. Penguins are seabirds, right? Shouldn't it be salt water? Hmm. Oceans have about 3% salty, or 30 grams per liter. Let's say a bath is about 150 liters, so that we'll need 4,500 grams of salt. We don't have kilos of salt. Oh yeah, normally you wouldn't. Ice, some salt. It's perfect. It's not perfect, but well, we'll set. Let's lift him. I'll grab him the head. You grab his feet. Got it. Come on. Ugh. Pluck, pluck, pluck. He definitely doesn't like it when I touch him. This is a problem. Emperor, we're doing this for for you. So stay still. Okay, one more time. Grab. Whoa. Splash. He's so heavy, and I finally got to touch him. We did it. Emperor seems to like it. You think? He dived in. He's floating. He seems kind of cramped. Yeah. Once the rainy season is over and it gets warmer, I'm hoping to take him to the beach nearby. Oh, that place. It's small, so not a lot of people go there. Yeah, he'll probably prefer the ocean. Plip, plip, plip. Flip, flip, flip. Hasn't he been under there for quite a while? I'm getting worried. Are you alive? The Emperor and Emperor Pringle can stay underwater for 22 minutes. Father, Emperor and I, Chapter 11.5, The Father and the Secret. Teehee, I had handheld penguin. It's so fun to take pictures of Emperor. You take pictures of, but make sure no one sees them. I know, I know. I went to the mountains last weekend. You sure do like mountains, Mr. Minamami. This was taken at the summit. Wow. And this? Swipe. Oh, no, no, no. I'm screwed. Mr. Mummy, that picture. Was that photoshopped? It looked so real. Yes, that's right. That's an app that adds penguins to your photos. I'm saved. Are you really keeping it a secret? Yep. There's no such app. Oh, what's he gonna do? Here, delete these. Whew. We got about 8 minutes left. So, I'm gonna read Ruri, Ruri Dragon Chapter 3. It's about 23 pages of this. Chirp, chirp. Knock, knock. Quick, 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 quick. At least put on your uniform. It'll get you right in headspace. Done. Wanna go? It's been been 3 whole days since you changed your tune and said you would. Stay home any longer, and you're definitely gonna regret it. Besides, your burns are all healed, right? Didn't think you'd go away in just 3 days. Hurry for your speedy recovery. Hurry for your speedy recovery. Quick, 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 quick. Like I said, dragons heal up way faster than humans. Even a stab wound would close up in three days. I bet. Ew. Let's not test that. I guess you're predisposed to be kind of a shut-in. Maybe that's another trait you inherited. Anyhow, think it over as you eat. Blech. Ding. Huh? What's wrong? And hey, no playing with phones at the breakfast table. Yeah, but Yuka on her way here over here now. Oh, perfect. You can head to school with her. No thanks. Hey, wait a sec. You said something to Yuka, didn't you? Did I? Oh, maybe I mentioned how you were whining and moping about not wanting to go. Gah, not cool. Your friends are all so sweet and caring each other. You keep deciding to just stay home. We might have another one of your pals show up on our doorstep. That's dirty. Mortifying? Yeah, yay. Ding dong. Oh, here's the one now. Hello, it's me, Yuka. Hi, Yuka. It's Ruri there. Is Ruri there? She sure is. Shh. I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not. I'm not here. She'll meet you down there. So, so just give her a minute, okay? Okay. Gah. Hang on. I'm still working on breakfast. You better gobble it down fast. Blech. This sucks so much. You'll be fine. Getting up and out is the hardest thing. Ugh. That bad, huh? That bad, huh? You don't have to go, and you don't want to go. Who cares, really? Half of you isn't human after all. You've got no duty to bite off more than you can chew. No, I'm going, 'cause Yuka came to get me. Uh-huh. Tap, tap. See you later. Have a swell day, and good luck, honey. Click. Ding. Ah, really? Morning, Yuka. Whoa. So been a whole week. Gah. You feel warm? A week, but you spotted me at the supermarket. Nah, I mean a week since I saw you in uniform, right? Not untrue. Well, off off of you go. Nice forehead there. It was a rush. Wow, no trace of those burns from a week ago. Not even a scar. It's another dragon power, I guess. Oh, really? Wait, so how are you things at school you gotta tell me? Things like giving the whole fire smooth out my mouth thing? After pulling a stunt like that, everyone's probably terrified of me, right? Should I even be going to school? Being only half human and all. Nah. In fact, it's better that you're coming back sooner than later. They're all been grilling me about you, Ruri. It's wild. So what's up with her, Eiko? Do you know about her true identity? You're close with her Ruri, right? Yuka? Oh boy. Kids talk, and the leading theory is that you're a organic weapon, huh? Or a demon with a taste for human flesh, or a mole person. Give me a break. But yeah, everyone's more intrigued than scared, and the rumors only get crazier the longer you're away. What a drag. They're all eager to find out which story's right. Herm. This sucks. Move it or lose it, biomechanic weapon. Don't call me that. Oh, hey, Eiko, Aki. Yusamaka, a good morning to you. Whoa, lighten up. My hair's shorter. You hanging in there, or? Check out Aka's back. God, quit it. For real? Are you really a bio-organic weapon, Eiko? Idiot. Dude, you can't just ask a girl if she's a BOW. What about the theory that she's a time traveler from the future, going with a mad scientist experiment gone wrong? What in the world do they think I am? So you got a haircut after you signed off half of it. So you singed off half of it. Yeah. Don't pull that crap again, okay? Yeah, I'm really sorry. It was getting too long anyway, and I didn't actually get burned, so it was piff, whatever. But are you doing okay, Icky? After spending all that blood, I'm good now, thanks. What was up with that? Wanna fill us in? Ugh. Yeah, come on, we gotta know which theory was right. Help us settle our bets. I'm curious. I'm curious. I'm so curious. I can hardly sleep anymore except at home at night. Not seeing the issue there, not man. Help them settle their bets, huh? I'm not an organic weapon. If you gotta know, I'm actually a dragon. Huh? Really? God, that's too freaking cool. So
Go to my About section to click on my links to support the channel monthly or donate to the channel or send gifts or follow on Twitch. See you.